Hello everyone, I'm RobtheMod, and this is part 56 of Forza Horizon 5 on the Xbox One. What we're going to do is we're going to just do new stuff, and we're going to do racing events. Now, what racing events are nearby? Because we did all this, we haven't done all the street races, but we have done all the road races, I believe, and we might have done one of the other types as well. I can't remember. But what we're going to do is we're just going to enable... So, yeah, I think we've done all the road racing. I don't know if we've done all the drag races. I'll enable drag races. We'll see where they are. We'll just disable... hang on. If I do that, I have to do it this way, because it's stupid. Right, okay, so we've done that one. We've done that one. Is there literally only 2 drag racing events in this game? And we've done that one. There's 3, okay, but that's it. I thought there might have been more. Maybe there is more. I don't know. Right, well, okay, we've done that. So let's just put new on again then. And we'll pick the nearest race. Now, the thing is, we've done all the races up here, as we know. This is a story. I will be doing the rest of the stories, obviously, but I'll be waiting a little bit at least. This is a scramble. Let's do this. Because it seems to be the nearest event. I mean, these are also near, but this involves going up this complicated road that I can't be bothered at the moment. We'll work our way across the map. I think I said that at one point. So we'll do that. Maybe in this episode we'll do that and we'll do these. But yeah, right now it's 5 miles away. We are in our Bugatti Devo, I think this is. Is this the Devo or the... yeah, I think this is the Devo. So we should be able to get that really quickly. I should probably turn the volume down a little bit. I can't believe I'm driving this one-handed, legitimately, because I have to get the remote that controls the soundbar. That's why I've completely lost control. And yet we've still got a 2-star on the speed trap. That makes complete sense. I guess that's from when we went before. Because I don't want an echo for you guys. And like, I've said this before in videos. I just hate... I hate it when I get an echo of the sound. Because it means, it means I have to do a lot more editing. But to try and remove it. But also it's just disappointing for me. Because it means I didn't get everything set up properly. Oh, it's going to have us go across the drag strip, or the airport strip, whatever you want to say. So yeah, there's only 3 drag racing events in this. I thought there would be more. I'll have to look that up. That's a new personal bet. Here we go, here's the line for the drag race. I don't know why I'm bothering to do the jump, because what was the point, you know? I didn't bother doing the jump because we've already reached 5 stars on it. 3 stars, I mean, not 5 stars. And we're just trying to get to an event. We don't need to do all the speed. That's massively slow. That would have killed us, obviously, in real life. What I tried to do before I set the... Oh, for God's sake. Can we back away from this, please? There we go. What I tried to do on this, unfortunately, I think it's because the game's installed, obviously, but I tried to set this up with Xbox Cloud Gaming because I only have an Xbox One at the moment. I've said this before. I don't have a Series X, and I doubt that's going to happen before the Forza Motorsport comes out. The reboot, if you want to call it that. So I actually wanted to set this up so that basically, you know, because you can play Xbox Series X games on an Xbox One if you use cloud gaming. I think that's a Nissan, guys. Yeah, yeah, you can set up. You can play Xbox Series X games on an Xbox One if you have Game Pass with cloud gaming, which is what I have. So I was originally going to set, like, obviously this up and we could essentially see what the Series X version looks like, because obviously the cloud gaming it uses Series X's. It might also might use very high powered gaming PCs as well. I guess that's for the PC gaming version. I missed the checkpoint apparently. Don't know when. Let's restart this event. Of course, first event that we do, you know. Now I have to go through this bloody loading screen all over again. At least it didn't take that long, actually. That legitimately, that was not edited. That was... I was like, oh, this is going to take forever, you know. Because it does take about a minute or so to get into the game. Tell you what, I actually... Speaking of loading screens, I mean, it's another racing game. And maybe I probably should have installed it on the hard drive, but I couldn't be bothered. I started playing, like... Well, I didn't start playing, but like Gran Turismo. It was that checkpoint I missed. I guess it's because that car drove over it. But yeah, Gran Turismo 5 actually. Well, I shouldn't say this. I've started doing Gran Turismo 6 recordings. It was a game that I was doing on the channel, and then I just sort of put it. I said it was the finale because I got to this stupid NASCAR event that I couldn't do. And I've recorded a few, well not a few, I've recorded one episode of it at the moment, bringing it back. That'll be some point in the future. Maybe it'll be like next week, I don't know, like, because I've recorded it obviously, but I want to wait till I've got another slot, but then I've got other games that I want to take over the slot, so that's kind of annoying. Too many games I want to play and too little slots on the channel, even when I'm doing 2 a week. Maybe what I'll do is I don't know, like Galgun, like I'll have done like the 3 main endings of Galgun, but there's like another 3 I can do. There's technically another 4. Maybe I might like. I was going to say, maybe I'll swap one of the episodes of Galgun in. Well, maybe I'll swap Gran Turismo 6 in for one episode of Galgun. Maybe not, I don't know. Or maybe I'll just have it ready, you know? Because like I said, I want to do Forza Motorsport, I want to bring back Gran Turismo 6. There's other games I want to do as well. There's, what is it? There's Spider-Man on the PS4. Mainly a lot of PlayStation stuff, to be honest. Yeah, Spider-Man on PlayStation 4. I've started recording that, even though you're not going to see it for a bit. Need Speed 2015 on the Xbox One. Started recording that because it's on Game Pass, and that's one I've always wanted to play, even though it's supposedly absolutely full of microtransactions. Sly Cooper on the PlayStation 3. I want to do as well. I'm not driving this car very well, am I? Can I beat Deckers, please? But the reason I was talking about loading there is I got Gran Turismo 5 again. I used to have it and then I sold it for Gran Turismo 6 back in the day. I ended up rebuying it and I put it in the PS3 and I forgot how bloody long. Maybe Gran Turismo 6 was the same. It's just I've never uninstalled it, so I couldn't remember. But yeah, like, it was just such a pain. Is this going to be one where I'm going to have to redo the race again because I can't beat him because he's in a car that's so much faster than mine, and I can't seem to, and this one also doesn't handle very well. I think that's going to be the case, unless I can beat him on this last corner. Get out of the way. No. Oh, that's not the last corner. Okay, that's good. Yeah, he can just totally out-accelerate me. Of course, hitting the walls isn't helping. Oh, this is so annoying that I'm going to get second. Well, I'm not going to subject you to seeing this race again. So annoying. Right, time to restart it. Right, I won the race. And I tell you what, I don't feel good for doing it. Because I restarted and it just was shit. And then as you can see that I got a 4-second, well, gap on the best lap. I got bloody, what is it, 9 seconds-ish on the actual time. Do you know how I did that? I turned the difficulty down. I turned it from above average to average. And you know Decker's the one that was that beat me the first time? He went from being in first. Right, yeah, okay, I'm not listening. Right. Yeah, he went from being in first and me being unable to beat him in that car to being in 4th or 5th at the start line. And in fact, I just literally pulled up behind him as I went to overtake, and he moved out the way. There needs to be a difficulty level, I think, between average and above average for the driver tars. Because average was way easy. Above average, at least on the... And that's the thing. I can deal with above average on the road races. It's the dirt ones I can't do. Anyway, we're going to move on to another event. I need to change car because I'm going to be in this thing, aren't I? Where's the cars options? I was talking about Gran Turismo in that race anyway. And specifically, I was talking about Gran Turismo... what was it? I was talking about Gran Turismo 5. Right? And the reason is this loading screen, right? The loading screen to this game. Bloody hell. I forgot how bad Gran Turismo 5 was. And presumably Gran Turismo 6 was exactly the same. I've just never uninstalled it from my PS3's hard drive. But my god, you put Gran Turismo 5 in, and it's like, oh, you need to do some partitioning on the hard drive. I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, I'm used to this with modern consoles, you know, PS4, PS5, Xbox One. Right? I mean, it was coming into play right at the end of that generation of systems. We'll do the Montana Trail, why not? It was coming right at the end of the PS3, the Xbox 360 era, that games were coming on multiple discs and you had to install at least one of them. I mean, I think LA Noire is one of them. Where might be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure LA Noire you have to install it to the hard drive. Well, GTA 5 you certainly had to. What was the other one? Well, Forza Motorsport, of course. You had to install it. Forza 3 and Forza 4 had install discs. What else? Halo 4? You know, there was a load of games where you had to install at least part of the game to the hard drive. And so yeah, obviously the PS3, I guess that was the same, but it was on a Blu-ray disc, so you'd think maybe it wouldn't have to. I mean, I think that was the big selling point of the PS3, wasn't it? Like, it was a Blu-ray disc, so you didn't have to worry about like installing stuff. But yes, you had to. And anyway, so it has to do the partition of Gran Turismo 5. I'm like, okay, fair enough. But no, it didn't install anything. It just partitioned the hard drive. This took about like 15 minutes, by the way. As soon as you load up the game, it's like, oh, I detected that there's Gran Turismo 5 partition. Do you want to install? No, I was trying to play the game with, you know, someone that came around the house. And I thought, you know what? Because they were a PlayStation person when they were younger. I was like, you know what? Do you want to play some old Gran Turismo? I probably should have tried to play Gran Turismo 6, but I didn't want to affect my save file for the recording. Even though I doubt that would have happened. But still, I didn't want to affect it. So that's why I put Gran Turismo 5 in. That was stupid of me. What have I done here? Well, this car has no bottom. I guess they're all like that. And it spawned me back down here. I'm just trying to get up to this event game. This car is obviously not built for this. No shit, it's a Bugatti, but yeah. It can get the speed to go up the hills, it just can't, you know, stick the landings. Exactly. And yeah, like Gran Turismo 5's loading screens, I would honestly put them on par with like this on the Xbox One. Like, in fact, I'd argue it's worse. I mean, I guess I'm going to have to go down the hill. Yeah, I'd argue it's worse, because you know what? Like, I was loading up the game. It did that. You know, the game started, and then it was like, you want to install and fine. Okay, so it did the partition. That took like 15 minutes. I was like, okay. Now we can play the game. Then the game loads up. It's like, oh, do you want to install that? I'm like, no, because that's going to take another like 15 minutes, maybe more. You never know, right? Granted, it does say this will improve loading times, but I'm like, how bad can it be? My God, right? You go on arcade mode, which is allows you to do the split screen. Jeez, like, it was... The car's images weren't loading up. Like, I don't know how to describe that. Like, effectively, like, if I did, right, when I was choosing the car, imagine if these images weren't loading up. You had to, like, so if I wanted a car all the way down the end, I would go all the way down there and it wouldn't give me any information about what the car was. It was just a blank square until it finally loaded in. And then it had to do that for the second person as well. Anyway, we're going to do this event, which involves going back down that mountain. Or the volcano, I should say. We'll do it in the trail car, which doesn't actually look like that. Because it's Halo Infinite branded. But right, we're finally in this race. I'm still on... This didn't actually take that long to load. I know it sounds like I'm complaining in this episode, and I am. But I just need to get this rant out of my system. I'll tell you what I also need to get out of my system. Bloody hell, I was editing... This will have been out for ages when you guys see this, obviously. But I was editing the... what was it? The Halo 3 full journey. Right? And the first thing I say in that video... may not exactly be the first thing, because obviously there's a bit where I need to do the introduction at the start where I explain what the full journey is, so ignoring that, right? And it might not be like the third, like I think it might be like the third part, like part 3 of the original Let's Play where I say this, because I stupidly did this thing with Halo, at least with those early ones. God, I'm gonna totally miss that checkpoint. That was a stupid place to put it. But yeah, the thing that with Halo is like the first 2 parts of the episodes were like just cutscenes, but they're technically listed as different missions, so that's why I did it that way, even though they're just cutscenes. So the intros are like the videos are essentially just me going, "Hi, I'm Rob. I'm from the Insane Gamers, and this is Halo 3 Part 1. Bye. Enjoy this cutscene." That's like completely stupid, but still, right? Anyway, the point is. I think it's part 3, and I say, oh, Halo 3 is my favourite Halo of all time. And you know what? I don't think that's true. I don't even think it was true at the time. When I did it. Now, I bloody love Halo 3, but I don't think it was my favourite Halo even at the time. I think that honestly was Reach. Because, oh, Warby 1's overtook me again. Because I could not do a good angle. Get out of the way. Yeah. I think it was Halo Reach even back then when I did that video. Because I think I was basing it on like just memories, you know, like online multiplayer and all that, all the memories I had of it. I don't think I was basing it on the campaign. Because as I was editing the campaign together, like, because obviously that's what the Let's Play is, I was editing the campaign together. And first of all, the total video is like 3 hours. That's really not long. Like, I mean, people blasted Call of Duty back in the day for its short campaigns. Halo 3 has a 3-hour campaign. At least according to, like, that. And obviously that's all in order. But I was going through it and I was like, wait. Hang on a second. It's like, oh, so Halo 3 is supposed to be my favourite game. Why do I not really remember any of the campaign? Outside of, like, the ending. And the beginning, I guess. Like, you crash your ship. And then the ending is you driving the Warthog over the things. And getting into well, it's not the Infinity, but it's, you know, it's not the Pillar of Autumn either, is it? Whatever, you essentially, while the Halo's exploding, you're driving, like, the Warthog over it. Spoilers, I guess, for a game that came out in 2007. But yeah, I was looking at it, I was like, I really do not remember much of the story beats of this game. Whereas Halo Reach, there's a lot more I can remember. Oh no, the other bit I remember from Halo 3 is the stupid Cortana, like, glitches and then you have to rescue her off Gravemind. That's the other thing, because that was just such a pain throughout the entire game. But yeah, like, the other things in the game, like any of the other levels, like, I was editing the video together and I was like, I do not remember these. There was a bit where there was, like, where you're driving the Scorpion. I was like, I vaguely remember that, but you know, if you'd asked me, like, before I'd edited it, what were the main bits of Halo 3, I don't think I would have been able to honestly tell you. Whereas there's so much more memorable stuff in Reach. Like, I mean, granted there's going to be more spoilers here, but the ending where you're, like, essentially battling yourself, like, trying to live as long as possible, because Reach has been glassed. What was it? I can't believe we get spawned all the way back down here, by the way. That's so annoying. Like, I have to go all the way back up there. Right? Anyway. So yeah, the ending where Reach is essentially being glassed and you've got to survive for as long as you can. And then, essentially, the bit that's just before that where you're delivering Cortana to the Pillar of Autumn. The bit where you're assaulting the Spire. The bit where, well, the first level of the game, I can't remember what it's called, but, like, the first level of the game, you end up, you don't drive a Warthog, you drive a vehicle that's a bit like a Warthog, because you have George with you, and he has he has, like, his minigun or whatever, his turret. So he sort of uses it like a Warthog. It's like a farm vehicle. Essentially, yeah, you're going through, like, a farm area. And then there's another bit, I think it's where you're, like, investigating what that, like, you don't think the Covenant's on the planet yet, so you're just investigating, I guess. You know, other, like, did I say the bit where you're assaulting the Spire, that bit. The bit where you're in New Alexandria. The bit where you're flying the spaceship, like, literally you go to space. You know, there's one other bit that I just had in my head and now I can't remember. So what was it? It's sort of early on. Oh, the bit where you sort of, I want to say this is Reach. If this is like Halo 4, something I'm going to sound like such an idiot, but I'm pretty sure it's Reach, because why else would there be there, right? there's a bit where you meet some rebels who were fighting the UNSC, and then they're like, shit, Covenant, and then they like go to help you. And they're like, oh, you're not going to tell anyone that we had these rocket launchers, are you? And the people that you're with are like, probably not. Depends how you are. Oh yeah, the other bit of Reach as well, the sniper bit. Like, there's so much of Reach that's a lot more memorable to me. And maybe it's because I played Reach technically, like I recorded it, like, most recently compared to Halo 3. But still, like, for Halo 3 supposedly being my favourite of the Halo series, like, the campaign really does not seem that memorable to me, which is also weird because you know you're supposed to be finishing the fight. I'm gonna hit this. Yep, knew it. Well, but the thing is, I think I said that based on like multiplayer, but I think I probably played Reach multiplayer more than Halo 3. Maybe it's just the fact that it introduced me to Halo. I reckon that's probably it. But yeah, if you go back and you watch the Halo 3 full playthrough, the full journey, just be noted that I was technically, I guess, I've changed my opinion, I guess, from when I recorded that. Anyway, we're going to do this cross-country event. Finally, the third event of the video. Been recording for 37 minutes apparently. Obviously the video won't be that long, the loading screen to be cut out and other stuff like that, but still, like, god, this is a long one. And normally I record 2 at the same time, but I also feel super hungry as well, so I'm gonna get something to eat after this. And then maybe I'll come back to to Forza later today. Right, let's do this. This is my second attempt, because it was going well until I span out on a corner right before the end. Well, I say it was going well. It's... I don't know how to describe it. Like, everyone at the front was in the exact same car as me, so we were all equally matched. Which was fine. But then, there was a bit where I had to hit a brick, like, go through some brick walls, and it just completely, like, killed my car. Like, it massively slowed me down, and then me trying to like catch up is what essentially ruined it. Why? I was nowhere near this last time. This game makes no sense sometimes, like with how the AI is. Right? So last time I was probably in about like 6th place here. Exact same like driver types that I'm playing against, exact same difficulty and everything. It's just really all bunched up on that journey down that I couldn't get past them. Probably didn't get past them to about here. Oh, and now the brick walls don't seem to want to slow me down there, because it was one of those types of walls. Well, I guess it wouldn't be brick, it's stone, isn't it? An old, you know, like stone wall. Smash through that fence. Here they are. It slowed me down a little bit. It didn't slow me down as badly as it did before. I'm confused about this game sometimes. It's like it wants me to like a rage quit and restart event sometimes. Like, makes no sense. Now this is the corner where I span out. So let's not try and do that this time. There we go. I got a handle on the car again. Now where am I going? Is that the finish line? They're right up my arse. But I did win, so that's good. Right. Well, I have been RobtheMod. Thank you very much for watching part 56 of Forza Horizon 5 on the Xbox One. I'm going to go get something to eat. And, well, basically, tomorrow's video will be recorded not immediately after this, obviously, because I've got to get something to eat. But hopefully, there won't be as bad of a loading screen. Because if I don't switch to another game, it will stay in quick access, won't it? So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Ta-ra.